It's going down like this, motherfucker.
This shit is crazy. The following
Nigga get mad. Say, motherfucker, what you mean you ain't gonna let me in this funky joint? Much money I done spent in here, nigga. I knew your mama when she was hoeing. Hump, baby. Shit, bet I do it over time. Fade that, nigga. Shit. Bar, bet the bar, off time. Shit, boy, I'm trying to make me some money. Boy, I'm hungry as a hog needs slop Jesus. Shit, gotta be a Jesus, cause too many black folks. Shit, boy, I'm trying to make me some money.
Limousine, and every time I'm seen, I got to be clean.
My bitches. You saying you can't control your bitches? What?
For what he has, he says that the only way that we can solve our problem is to unite together among ourselves, among our own kind, clean ourselves up, rid ourselves of the evils that we've become addicted to here in this society, and try and...
Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man. Yes, he destroy black boys. Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man.
This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying. This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying.
I just left a light in this. I just left a light in this bitch. I'm finna hit the shop in this shit.
Yeah, well. Gotta get a piece of mind. A little like magic.
Hey, where are the white women at?
You hear what I said?
Yes, bitch, I heard you. I'm pretending like I didn't.
Your feet. He looked down, seen his feet. The nigga went berserk. Killed the monkey. Threw the bat out the window. Start kicking that bitch in the air.
Say anyway, but I will. The way quantum entanglement works is that you can take two particles, quantum entangle them, and then take those two particles and move them at any distance in the cosmos. And let's just say, for example, if you quantum entangle two electrons and you have them spinning in the same direction, and then you take one of those electrons and you shoot that thing out 100,000 light years from the original. If you then rotate the spin on the one electron, if you modify it so that its spin changes, the quantum entangled electron at any distance will simultaneously in no time switch its rotation also, because they're quantum entangled. So these communication systems are taking advantage of this aspect of quantum mechanics that most people can't wrap their heads around, and this is what they're utilizing. It's just the new level of science that affords us the ability to communicate at any distance instantaneously.
Group of you together, you never can tell who's who. Group of you together, group of you together.
I've seen a lot of black guys, Nipsey, but you're overdoing it. My eye, plus I'm in love with a bitch I can't stand.
I mean, TikTok. A lot of the white content creators on TikTok get all of their dances from the black content creators.
You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? Yes. I think very deeply. I think very deeply.
Hey, dance with me. Hey, dance with me.
I'm in your business.
Hold up. You don't know nothing about that shit, bitch.
First you tell us that it is manly to keep your word. All right? If you are a man, you keep your word. And now all that the black people in this country are demanding, and even the black people in the whole world are demanding, is that you keep your word. You told us we were free. Well then, show us that we're free. You told us that there is justice, equality for all in this country. Well then, stick to your word. And let us see the justice and equality for all. Or else admit to us that you're not a man, you're a worm, you're afraid of us, you're afraid to give us equal stand. You're afraid that if you give us equal ground, that we will match you and we will override you. And if that's what you're afraid of us, then tell us that just what you're afraid of. But don't keep hiding it from us and holding this up to us, and every time we ask you for something, you give us a little bit of something, and it's all tokenism. We don't want tokenism. And there are most black men in this world that don't want charity. And yet still every time we ask you for something, you give us a little piece, a little piece. You're playing games with us. We're not children. We're big men. I've seen my father have to put up with all kinds of stuff. He was a big man. He raised a family. He went down south, and he had to go around to the back door with his wife. We're not asking for anything. We're not asking for any favors. All we want is what's ours. Now, there are many black veterans who are coming back, and they're mad. They're angry. Do you think that they're going to sit down through this? Our fathers didn't have the knowledge that we have. They sat through it. But there are other black youth that are not going to sit through it. We know about Che. We know about Fanon. We've read the books of our revolution. We've listened to Mao and his quotations. We know where we stand. We're not going to sit for it. We're asking, and if we ask and we don't get, we're prepared to stand up and take it. If I ask a man, I tell a man I am hungry. I tell him I am cold. And I ask him to do something about my condition. And this man holds a loaf of bread right in front of me so I can see it, and I keep asking him, I'm begging him to please give me a slice of the loaf of bread. I am hungry. Then it is known by every psychologist that the next step in the progression is I am going to knock him upside the head and take the bread from him. I'm not going to starve to death.
What's all that noise? Oh, that's just Daddy.
Damn white boys out there. Most of them is psychopaths and all that. They'll kill your mama's mama, and you.
Decent white folk that still don't know they're racist.
What the hell you want here, hunky?
Don't know me, want it.
You got to pray to God and tell God your rent due. Any God that didn't know your rent was due ain't God.
The Chinese platform, you already know they don't give a fuck about your black ass. The Chinese platform, you already know they don't give a fuck about your black ass.
Come with baggage, just not asking Louis Vuitton.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, that was nice.
I like that.
Bitch niggas, hoe niggas, rich niggas, broke bitch. I told niggas this was high, yeah, right here.
Your lines are still open. Oh shit, you can get it, nigga. You wanna get it?
I think we OD'd.
My word, can't be my equal, don't know what you heard.
Yeah. That's the difference when you're my baby. That's how it is when you. Used to snort cocaine, now I fiend for the check, yeah.
Baby, I'm a walking dead man, is what they call me when I'm coming. I hit the loot juice, and pulls up in the deuce. I hit the looking dead man, is what they call me when I'm coming. I hit the loot juice, and pulls up in the deuce.
I guess you go to the history of European civilizations. 250 years is how long they last before they implode because of their greed, because of their violence, because of an inability to let others be, including themselves. If they didn't have brown and black people to hate, they would hate themselves.
Do that dance, baby, do that dance. Let's work it out.
to the east, to the north, to the west, to the south, above, below, in the middle. Greetings. This is Big Pontiac, and welcome to the Chocolate Mountain Show. I am the holder of the infinite sacred ball game that was created by the Hero Twins, and I am that one and only Galactic Daddy-O welcoming each and every one of you to my galactic patio that reaches from Minnesota to the universe. Well, that's time for me to come on in and say what's happening. I'm gonna clear some energies out. I got a half burnt one, but I don't know. This one wasn't burning too good. So I'm gonna bust out a new one, clear out some energies, or just bring in good fresh energies. I still gotta find my sweet grass. It'd be funny, you see me catch this motherfucker on fire. And you know you should never blow out a candle or blow out fire. You snuff fire out, you work it out. See? Here we go. Throw a little alchemy in here. That smells good. All right. Get right to it. This is week 6. Oh, I got people in here to say what's happening too. Gosh. Let me get in here. There we go. I see that Eric, if you still in here, what's happening?
Got to have vision.
My man in $1,000,000 PJ Island.
Got to have vision.
I thought about you, said it's gonna be on tonight. I had oral surgery Friday, got this wisdom teeth pulled. Back to work tonight, and they've been suspending and firing motherfuckers. Whoa. Hey, Eric. Thank you, Eric. But yeah, PJ, I know you got
to have vision.
Damn, I got one in. One was on a nerve that they couldn't take out. I thought that was, having them wisdom teeth taken out, because I remember I got the 3 taken out. I was 27, maybe. My son was still a baby, or was my nephew a baby? I think my youngest was a baby. So that had to be 89. I think I got mine taken out in 89. And they gave me some straight up morphine pills. It's like I was on morphine for about a week. Remember my brother came up there and kicked it with me. But, I'm going to have to brag a little bit. I did very well this week of giving my picks up with only one game left. The only games I lost today was the Bengals and the Giants, the Seahawks, which I lost Thursday night, and I lost the Ravens and the Commanders. We only got, so I went 10-3. So the worst I'm gonna do if I lose tomorrow night, it's gonna be either 11-3 or 10-4. So that puts me at, just right now without tomorrow night, I am at 58-30. 58. So I had a good day. Good day in far as getting all my picks. Did very well. Only took 3 L's. Depending on how it turns out tomorrow, the worst is going to be 4. So this has been another good week of getting all the picks in. So I really got all the picks in. So I tell you, like, it's funny when, you analyze, when we analyze Colorado's laws. Now, of course, with a brother, they want them 4-2, and I should have saw that coming. But what was interesting, and when you watch Colorado, you could tell they wasn't trying to get the first down. They only needed 6 yards to go because it was third and 11. They got five. So they had to get 4th and 6. And now the one play, the second down play was definitely pass interference, and they didn't call it. It was definitely because the dude never played the ball. He had his back turned. That should have been pass interference, which would have gave him a first down a few yards further. They still needed, to get a touchdown to win. But then I looked at the final play. So the final play, if you notice, everybody ran deep routes. Now, when you only need 6 yards, you just scoot the back out. There was one person, the flanker ran out. But even that wasn't a smart play. So you could see they wasn't trying to. So we call Colorado point shaving. They weren't trying to get a first down because of the routes. Why you gonna run deep routes and all you do? You clear out an area and then you put somebody behind that area you clean out to get the first down in 6 yards. What do? They run all these deep routes. They ran all those deep routes. So they wasn't trying to win. But you know what? They entertaining. It was another primetime game, which was a record for them. They say Dion brings about 20 million to town. The place was full. So, for Dion, it's a win. And for the players, and Hunter going out, that didn't look like a hard hit. The boy that hit him from Colorado State last year was harder than that hit. So that was point shaving when they took him out. And that probably killed his chances of getting the Heisman. So that was point shaving right there when Hunter went out. That was just a normal football play, and he went out. Now you make that make sense. So now the Ohio State game was bogus too. Ohio State game was real bogus when they called that pass interference. That's why I ran a short video of that one, and that was just straight up. They did not want Ohio State to win that game. That was some bullshit. That was straight bullshit because all you really can look at is hand fighting. Okay? Hand fighting. You can't call pass interference if the ball's not in the air. Now, if you call a pick play, that's technically holding. When you call a pick play, that's technically holding. But what we saw that they called pass interference on was some bullshit. It was some bullshit. It was a bullshit call. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. This was a bullshit call here. This was definitely a bullshit call. All right. Now watch, they're going to show closely. They're going to show it closer and show the contact. And watch the contact of them two up there up top. Still didn't really get it good. But it was not, and maybe it's the third time I got it was better, but it was some bullshit to hold them back. It was some bullshit to hold them back. Pass interference. That was not pass interference at all. I think this is the one. Look at this. Nothing. No advantage in that. No advantage. He came up to make contact with him. It was no advantage with that. Go back a little further. Now look at this angle. Boom. Boom. Hand fighting. That's all that is hand fighting. That's all you could really call was hand fighting in that. That's all. So we saw that, but both of them are still ranked. What was it, 2 against 3? How's Ohio State going to drop when the game was that close? So I wish I'd have made a thing on, I could show what Colorado did. Because, if you looked at the set, you saw they wasn't trying to score. They were not trying to score. Phil Knight said he wants a championship this year. The plot thickens. That's a good point. Oh, I had 3 taken out, and 15 years later, this mug started throbbing. Wow. I've heard of people where their wisdom teeth grew back. I think my wife or somebody my wife knows, but they got wisdom teeth, and the wisdom teeth grew back. So, man. And I've had a couple of, what do you call it, crowns, root canals. I had a couple root canals. They really ain't that bad. You know, they shoot you. That ain't that bad. But still, you got to work after that's done, man. And then you can't take no painkiller. Yeah, that could be rough. The Dodgers spanked the Mets ass. Yeah, that Mookie got a hit, then he got knocked in. Osani or whatever his name is, he knocked in a couple runs, so they smoked him. It was 6-0 early, and they jumped on him. So it was a pretty good game. They had the Chinese cat pitching, and they or Japanese, and they ran all over him. They knocked the shit out of him. So I don't even think he made it to the second inning. And I love watching, dude is hyper. You love the split screens. I love watching two games at once. And I've been up. That's why I ain't gonna stay on too long, because I got up at 8 o'clock to watch the first game. So I was watching, the double header was in the morning too, but I watched that morning game, the Jaguars. I wonder if they're gonna fire Peterson, because that's what everybody was saying, that Peterson was gonna have a lot of pressure on him. The Jaguars just not a good team. That's all. Like the Bengals won tonight. The Bengals ain't really a good team either. The Giants, to me, had a better defense, but again, offense is what the Giants' problem is, and so they didn't look really impressive. The Packers looked impressive. Love looked impressive, and then the Cowboys, the Lions put it on them. Now I missed where Hutchinson got hurt, but it sounded like he got hurt was pretty serious. Yeah, with the 42. Now, one reason why I came on a little late, I was watching Fight Night. So at the end of Fight Night, there's a part where Kevin Hart becomes a preacher. And if you look at, in most churches, they got the board on how much the donation and the tithes were. Now, in the past, I've showed boards like that. Why the tithes have 42 in it? It was on the right side. If you looked on the right side of the ties, you looked over his, which would be his left shoulder, and you see the ties in the back, 42 is sitting there. And again, they didn't want to make it so obvious, but if it don't mean nothing, why is it in the shot? Remember this, every movie, every shot, every TV shot is a storyboard, so somebody purposely put it there. It wasn't there on accident. But yeah, we definitely should have saw the 42 with Dion. We should have saw that coming. We knew that he was going to get the 42 put on him, just to matter how much money. And then Dion with the chicken commercials. With Dion in the chicken commercials, like there, and he got his sons doing that shit. There is no shame in Dion's game. Now we know what niggas and chicken is supposed to be. It's an insult. And yet he's Chicken George, smiling, laughing. I mean, is that any different than when Mary J. Blige was talking about the Burger King chicken sandwich, or Jerry Rice with the chicken sandwich or the wing ding rolling around his face mask? Is that it? It's the same. MC Hammer throwing the wing ding up in the air, then doing a spin and catching it. It's the same. It's still degrading. Now, of course, his sons is making money, his family's making money, but it's still degrading. If you say, is it, and then think about it, Popeye's got this sister. Why ain't they got Europeans in it? Niggas don't own Popeyes. So why don't they, niggas don't own Kentucky Fried Chicken either. Why you got Dion? Dion, why you doing that commercial? Why would you do that commercial? Nobody shames them. Nobody says, he's just out there making money. It's a bad look. Being on a Kentucky Fried Chicken is a bad look. And I made a video on it last year, so there's no need to make another video. You go on my videos last year, I made a video about it. So it's just not a good look. But yeah, Dallas, it's funny when they finally took, what's his name, number 4, Dak. When they finally took Dak out, I was like, wow. He sucked. I mean, he just does not see the field. And then he was doing like this. Did y'all catch the close-up when he's going, he's doing his lips like, what was the ball coach? Steve Spurrier. Remember when Steve Spurrier was playing for the Redskins? He was doing it on the sideline. I can't even do it no more. There we go. So, I mean, the Cowboys defense, they got all the people hurt, but offensive wise, Dak killed him tonight. Dak did not look good at all. scoring positions, throwing picks in the end zone. So, and they gave him all. Dak is another Tony Romo. Let's say what it is. And remember, Tony Romo didn't win anything, and he was the highest paid quarterback, and he didn't win a damn thing. He was the highest paid quarterback in the league, didn't win anything. So that's all they did. Dak is another Tony Romo. Remember when his Dak's first year, they only lost 1 or 2 games. They was the top seed. And I'm pretty sure it was a comeback play. It was like 4th and 15 or 16 or maybe even 20. And then they had Aaron Rodgers. He did a deep comeback that pretty much won the game for him because they got to waste out the time. So we knew that Dak wasn't ever going to be about nothing, but they going to pay him that bread. They going to pay him. And then Hooker got to play for the Lions. Hooker's daddy played at A&T. Allen Hooker was his name. He was a good quarterback from A&T. So that's his son that played for the Lions. Hooker that played for the Lions, his daddy went to A&T. Allen Hooker was his daddy. So it's cool seeing him play. So, but yeah, the games was like, I don't know. And we see the kind of plays where they don't want to tackle. I mean, Lobo, I know he made a video. I wonder if I can find Lobo's video. Let's see. And some other people. Let's see if I can find Lobo's video. Where people not making tackles, not making plays. Where's his shorts? I think it was a short he made. Yeah, he did one for Lobo did one for the Saints and the Bucks, and he did one for the Falcons and the Bucks too. Bengals, Panthers. That was last week. So Alabama ups. Okay, yeah. So he did, yeah. So you want to check out Lobo? Lobo did some of those videos that he shows, lack of effort, interceptions on purpose, throwing the ball right to the man, not even, trying to make it. And we saw the same thing in college. And now, the only good thing in college is they've been throwing games before, but they was throwing them without getting paid. So now, the script is wide open. They get paid, so they happy to throw the games. They happy to follow the script. Before, they're like, we're going to spill the beans, but we'll give you a little bread on the side. And remember, if the game has a betting line, the game is compromised. The game is compromised. If people are betting on the game, it's compromised. That's the easiest way to see if the games are fixed or not, if they're compromised. And so, all the games are compromised. So the thing is since we know that, and if you bet on it, bet knowing that they're fixed. And so what you try to do is you try to beat the fix, That's the easiest way I can tell you. You try to, it's fixed. And so you got to look at everything involved. That's why tomorrow night, I as I said before, I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets win tomorrow, just because when they fire a coach, they tend to want to let that team win. Now I picked the Bills, but as I said, I would not be surprised if the Jets won, just because of what they do when they fire a coach. If they fire a coach mid-season, usually the team that fires the coach, they win. So it's all a show. It's nothing more than what we see in the movies. It's all the same thing of what we see in the movies. There's no difference. It's the same thing that we see in the movies. It's all compromised. It's nothing real. There are no real sports. All sports are fixed. All of them. Now, I missed the fight between Bivo. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to go right into the morbid news. I didn't know this. Morbid news. North Carolina player Ty Lee Craft dies at 23. How did he die? Suffering lung cancer. North Carolina football team visited their teammate prior to their last game. Kraft had been moved to hospice care while battling lung cancer. Wow. That's all they're giving you. Okay, I guess this is a little more about it. Wow. 23 years old, battling lung cancer. I would say, let's see. Mac Brown. Oh, here he is. Pictures of him playing. Okay, I don't know which one is him. So I would say that what kind of sacrifice is this? You know? Oh, it's probably his mama. And so he is probably this cat right here. I'm guessing this is him right here. So rest well, young man. Sorry that you a sacrifice. Can't really figure out the sacrifice, why he got sacrificed. But that's what tends to happen. Oh, I don't know. Did y'all see these? These Kobe's is coming out. I'm passing on them. These Kobe's are coming out. I don't know if y'all feeling them or not. Got where Kobe broke his hand. I don't know. I guess they look a little different. I don't know. I'm not really much of a Kobe fan. I do not own a pair of Kobe's. Damn if I'd pay $150 for these. You can get a regular pair of Nikes that's basically the same shoe, the same tech. This is kind of unique because of this on it. And they'll probably sell out, but it's a pass for me. It's a pass for me. I'm not really feeling them. Here we go. Morbid news. I don't know who this cat is. But this cat is veteran film exec Peter Strauss, died at 83. Wow. Veteran film executive, movie producer, and pioneer entrepreneur passed away the 6th. He was 83, surrounded by his beloved. What did he make? In 1980, he appointed president of the Lion Gates film. Okay. He helped establish overseeing U.S. operations during tenure. Does not telling. Produced 30 films, including the Best of the Best series, Buster with Phil Collins, and Cadence, starring Charlie Sheen and Martin Sheen. That was where they're on campus. They're on a military academy. Let's see what else. Career allied artist, become executive vice president, shepherding films that included Academy Award winner Cabaret, Papillon, and The Man Who Would Be King. He went on to become executive vice president, where he oversaw the production of notable projects as Electric Horseman and The Villain. He founded the Dance of the Dwarfs and Thunder Run. Wow, he didn't really get any good movies, did he? Well, he probably had big bread, though. He probably had big bread. James Gant, what is happening?
Got to have vision.
Thank you for joining, Brother James. Thank you for joining. Let's see if they give us any more morbid news, any more sacrifices. Let's see, any more sacrifices, Mr. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Dang, who is this chick? Tony Vance, actress who founded the NAACP Image Award. She was 101. So what? She was born in 1923. I was just seeing a thing with my grandfather. My grandfather was born in 1920. My grandmother, my mother's mother, was born in 1915. My great-grandparents was born in the 1800s. Who honored on the Hollywood Walk of Fame has died. Motion Picture Fun Campus died at the motion. So old folks that's been in movies, they got a place where they can put them when they get older. New York parents immigrated from Barbados. She grew older. She decided to pursue acting, moved to Hollywood, landed a gig as an extra in the 1959 film Tarzan the Ape Man. Continued to do more roles in the following years, then got stunt work, making her the first black stunt woman. Wow. Landed her first major role as Cicely Tyson's double in Mission Impossible television series. Okay, dun, 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 dun. The Hollywood star dangled from helicopters, performed other daring stunts. I forgot Cicely Tyson played on Mission Impossible. She's determined more opportunities for brothers and sisters. She founded the Image Award, the NAACP Image Awards. She received the Image Founder Award. Actress, Yvette Nicole Brown introduced the Founder Award and described as the true innovator. So, okay. Not sure who that sacrifice is for, but you know, when you get a little bit of taste, they You got to pay the piper eventually. You got to pay the piper. That's the way it works. You got to pay a piper. Watch list suggestions. Let's see, anybody else? I wonder if they're going to fire the Cowboys coach. That's going to be interesting. They get rid of his ass. Let me see. What's the price of gold today? I didn't check. These is overs. That's places you can buy this shit from. Let me see. I saw the stocks up here. Watch list suggestions. Ford Motor Company is 1072. Here we go. Get gold in here. Okay, shit. Gold, man. Gold is damn near 3,000 an ounce, but Friday it closed at 2,675. It's almost 2,700. Gold is going to be up to 23,000. So again, those of you that own gold chains, gold rings, they worth more because the gold is worth more. And the gold is going to be a better hold than actually the dollar. We know that the dollar is taking a hit. So what did gold get up to here? That's what it is right here. Okay, so it's 80 cents. So you lost 80 cents. See? It got up to 20.80. So almost 20.76. So those of you that want to indulge, it's a good way to put your money. A rapper got shot and killed. Some rapper got shot and killed. Well, let's look it up. See if we can find it. Rapper killed. Let's see. When was this? No, that's right. He got killed already. He was. Let's see. I think he got killed already. Yeah. Yeah, this is old. Yeah, that's old. That brother got killed already. Let's see. Oh. Well, here's another dude. I don't know if y'all remember Dark Shadows. I was a little boy when that shit was on. John Lassalle character, best known for Dark Shadows, was 95. Oh, yeah. That was a kind of a creepy show. For his known soap opera, Vampire Hunter Dr. Peter Guthrie. And Barnabas Collins, that was the vampire in Dark Shadows, was Barnabas Collins. So he was the one hunting Barnabas Collins, apparently. Let's see. Rapper killed this. Okay. No, that's not him. That's not. Nope. Now let's see. What's the date on this? Nope, that is not current. Is this current? This is not current. Whoops. Is this current? No, that's not current either. Huh. I'm not seeing it. It's not pulling up. No, these are all dudes been being a rapper is one of the most dangerous businesses there is. Maybe this is it. Nope. He got killed a long time ago, so it wasn't him. What's this date on this? Let's see. Not seeing a date on this. Let's see. It's not giving me a date because I don't want to. Let's see. He looks Latino. Okay. Jagger. Let's see. Is it this cat? I'm trying to find a date. I can't find a date. Is it this cat right here? See, I can't. This is not giving me a date. 1 week. This says 1 week ago. So some cat is this cat? Oh, maybe that was the other guy. Say his name is El Tiger. Maybe is that this other guy? Let's look that up. El Tiger. Let's see. Bring it back. What'd you say? L T E I. Is that G-E-R? Tager. T-A-T. Yeah, that's right. T-A. Oh, T-A. Okay. T-A-G. T-A-G-E-R. See what that brings up. Oh, right here. Okay, so it's this cat. This cat died. Damn, this nigga got shot in the head. Ooh, let's see. Cuban artist, after being shot in the head, this must be 3 days ago. Cuban artist, best known as El Tigre, died after suffering a gunshot wound to the head. I tell you, the most dangerous job to have for a melanated person is a rapper. Wow. October 3rd, so he died last week. First responded, discovered the musician was shot in the head inside a black Mercedes. Wow. Well, wait, can you say sacrifice? I don't know who he got sacrificed for, but damn. Okay. Not hip to him, but okay. Not surprised. I am not surprised. And of course, we know Ethel Kennedy died. She died a while ago. And, that's the Robert Kennedy Jr. She was a wife, so she was a Kennedy by marriage. She wasn't a real Kennedy, a Kennedy by marriage. So, and then Tom Brady. Tom Brady bought into the Raiders. Tom Brady's going to be part owner of the Raiders, minority owner, not controlling. But we know that the Davis son is cash strapped. So Brady threw some bread at him and going to get a minority stake. So that doesn't surprise me. Kind of saw that coming with him. They were setting him up to buy a team. I can't imagine the Davis family is fully going to let go of it, but you never know. You never know how he might have had enough and might not want it anymore. Man, I was watching the thing. I don't know if y'all know who Shirley MacLaine is. I mean, she is fucking probably 100 years old. Showing her talking. I mean, it's it looked like she was so old. She had a face that looked. Let's see if I can find a picture of her. She died? I don't think she died. I don't think she died. Did she? I saw an interview of her late. Did she die? Let's see. Maybe she did. Because somebody showed an interview of her. Did Shirley MacLaine die? Huh. think she died, maybe. Oh, maybe she did die. I don't think she died. Trying to see here. She was born in 1934. Wow, so she was 90. Maybe she did die. Maybe that's why her thing's been coming around. Cause I saw an interview of her. Let's see. Nah, she didn't die. Yeah, Shirley MacLaine ain't dead. She's still alive. Let me see if I can catch this picture of her when she looked young. Oh, like right here. Ooh. This is how she looked now. Tell me this don't look like a mask. Tell me that don't look like a mask. But she's 90 years old. Yeah, I don't think she's dead. But 90 years old. And she, through the years, look at this. See what happens when that plastic surgery? You could tell she got tightened there. She got tightened under the eyes. You see when that plastic surgery, when it goes bad, how they look? See, when that plastic surgery goes bad, see that? That's how they start looking when that plastic surgery goes bad when they get older. So you can tell here where she's starting to tighten that face up where she can barely smile. See, even here, she's tightening up. Yeah, if you see her young, she's a funny chick, but she's a funny chick. Yeah, I put that. I put Vanderbilt. Yeah, well, we'll see for Vanderbilt. That quarterback like Johnny Manziel. Oh, okay. Yeah, I already talked about the football player. Yeah, that was the first one I found was the football player. The football player that died. So I don't think she's dead. It's just, man, European chicks, boy, when they get old, boy. But see, when all that plastic surgery wear off, you can see it. You can see where all that plastic surgery, have them looking like they want to chase you around the house on Halloween. Crypt keeper looking. But yeah, I did the football player. That was the first one I found, was the football player. Yeah, Shirley MacLaine didn't die yet. But they was trying to do everything. Oh, somebody said something about Jaguar Wright. I don't really do a lot of gossip, but I want to say this again. I saw Antoine Daniels again on Fox. Yeah, he was again on Fox. Yeah, I don't know why he wastes his time with people that ain't at his level. I wouldn't even debate niggas that ain't in my level. Why would you debate them? I don't give a fuck what they said. Motherfuckers want to lower themselves. But anyway, it's all part of gossip, So they want to keep this Puffy thing out there because it's a big distraction. And that'll lead me to what I want to talk about next, because that's a distraction. Jaguar Wright's a distraction. The Gene Bodyguard, they all distractions of what's really going on in the world, Now, I want to, it's like, why do you care? That's the biggest thing, is why do people care what she said? Now, they said they made the BBC did do an apology, but I ain't seen where they throwing a cease and desist at her. I want to see the paperwork where it says, you better quit talking shit. Because a lot of them got to be feeling that pressure because of Puffy going. A lot of them got to be feeling that pressure. Would not surprise me. So, but I don't, I really ain't into gossip like that. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Puffy. Fuck them all. Fuck Hollywood, That's why they call it Hollywood, Hollyweird, It's the price they pay to play roles. So they're playing this role right now. Just like we saw OJ play a role. OJ was the first reality TV show was the OJ trial. And before that, the Menendez brother trial was reality TV. But OJ was really the first trial. And then to make Europeans feel good, they had to put him in jail. They had to finally put him in jail for stealing his own stuff. So that just shows you how It's all a farce. It's to distract you from everything else. Now, I want to lead in with this. Now, what Obama did today, now check this out. What Obama did today, and what's going to be interesting about this all is, we know that a lot of sisters was for Biden. And we know a lot of sisters was bragging that they in Atlanta got Biden in. Now, think about what Obama did. He talked shit about brothers. And so, like, when people get interviewed, brothers is almost universally saying they ain't pulling for him. That's how desperate they are. Black males ain't pulling for him. Brothers ain't pulling for Harris. This Indian woman is, what they say, the liar and the crook. You got the crook against the liar. The liar, she kind of leans more towards socialism. Now, what we are under now, we're under fascism. That's when the corporates run the world, and that's what we're under. I mean, if you look at BlackRock, Vanguard, we are ran by 3 companies. Almost everything about what we are, they got their hand in. So that's fascism. And no matter who's going to be put in, they're still going to back and defend fascism. So it's like the Nazis never lost. The Nazis never lost. Matter of fact, our first Nazi president was the Bushes. The Bushes, they were trading with the Nazis and did not go to prison for treason. So we had 2 Nazi presidents. Both Bushes was Nazis. They worked for the Nazis. The father-in-law of Bush, Walker, and Prescott Bush worked for the Nazis. They was trading. And they traded a few years into the war and did not get arrested a day. Not only that, they paid them $3-4 million for giving up their business for trading for the Nazis. So we've had 2 Nazi presidents. Both Bushes was Nazis. So, that we're under fascism now shouldn't be a surprise to anybody that we're under fascism. But what Obama has done, Obama's trying to put the divide between black women and black men. And the manosphere, how much they dog sisters and stuff. They're trying to tie all that together. They want to tie all that together, having the race be more black women wanting Kamala Harris. What is their Jewish husband's name? Eminoff. Miss Eminoff. They want to make it that. They want to separate us and say, well, all the men feel like this, so all the sisters got to step up for her, even though she ain't step up for you. Even though when she got vice president, she ain't say nothing about being a sister. She said the first Asian, So why be fooled by this chick that's a liar? Because that's all she is a liar. And so why fall for it again? What? Oh, okay. So why fall for it again? And that's what it is going to boil down to. Falling for it again. The banana in the tailpipe. That's all it's going to be. Is the banana in the tailpipe again. And we're all going to be fooled by it. Because again, no matter who they put in there, it's going to be a fascist in there. No matter who's in there, it's going to be fascism. Ain't none of that going to change. The same people, all the food we eat, everything we think about, everything we buy, other than Nike and Jordan, they own everything, especially all our food. I mean, look at what the cigarette companies did. And I saw this play out is when I'm from Michigan and I lived in Battle Creek where Post and Kellogg's was. And I was able to see where when Lorillard bought Kraft, they ended up buying Post. And so what the cigarette companies did is the cigarette companies now help with putting chemicals to make you more addictive to food. It's shit they can put in food to make you want more of it. And that's nothing new. I ain't telling nothing new. That's been out there, but that's what they've done. The cigarette companies, since they took that hit, they took that $1 billion hit that said you could never sue them again. Remember that? They gave 1 year earnings and now, as I said before, they the ones making the vape commercials. Like anti-vaping come from the cigarette people. That's part of that cigarette deal. where they took $1 billion hit, and I think they paid the government, and they got to make anti-smoking ads. Just like now, you go into cigarette stores, and it's a certain brand on the store. There's a big thing that says this brand of cigarettes will give you cancer. I have to take a picture of it and post that sometime. I forget which one it is. It says this cigarette, when you walk in the store, it's a sign right there, a small sign that says such and such brand will give you cancer if you smoke them. So, and speaking of tobacco, I don't smoke them, I just chew on them. So, yeah, they on some bullshit. They're on some bullshit. Thought this shit was cheaper. Oh, here we go. Let's see the motherfuckers that's on sale. Fucking hats cost a grip. It's like with me, you talk about, one sister said that hoarding and collecting shoes is kind of the same thing in a way it is. But it's like, I think about all the goddamn hats I got. Like I got this little row right here, and I probably got 200 hats. I bet I got close to 200 hats. And so, at some point, it's like you see these is up top. I don't really have nowhere to put some of these motherfuckers, And these summer Kangos about to get put up because it's cold up here. I don't know about where y'all at, but it's cold up here. It is 40 degrees right now. You see me, I've got a sweatshirt on. It's cold. It's 40 degrees. And then tomorrow, it's supposed to be 51 tomorrow, then 53 on Tuesday. 63, then it's going to get a little warm towards the end of the week and the weekend. Hey, SG Sports Talk Channel, what's happening?
You got to have vision.
Chris Collinsworth, or Doug Collins. Doug Collins. Now, is Doug Collins going in for being an announcer? When I saw Doug Collins, I was like, I know there's no way he's going in for hooping. And when you think of Doug Collins, what is the brother from LA? They gave Doug Collins $1 million, and that brother, because he had burned so many bridges, he couldn't get representation. He signed for $50,000 a year. And then he saw Doug Collins got $1 million, and he messed up his career because they locked him. They suspended him for not practicing, and then for 10 years they held him under contract. He tried to play in the ABA, and they kept hitting him for Raymond. His name is Raymond something. They kept hitting him with a cease and desist. Wouldn't he? He thought he was going to get to play ABA game. There's like, no, you can't even play in the ABA. And the NBA broke him. That Raymond, whatever his name is. So yeah, Doug Collins. No, I don't really like smoking them. This is a blondie. This is an acid blondie. Because these are sweet. So I just like chewing on them. I come from a group of old pimps that used to chew on their cigars, so kind of ran off on me. The finesse, right? Is that what it said? Trey Finesse. Thank you for joining.
You got to have vision.
Oh, you from Pontiac? I'm from Kalamazoo. I'm from Kalamazoo. That's where I went to high school. I lived in Battle Creek for like 20 years, but I'm from Kalamazoo. Went to Kalamazoo this summer to see my dad. I've been to Pontiac too. I've been to the Silver Dome before they tore it down. And my stepdad worked at the GM plant before they closed it up there. So yeah, I'm very familiar in Michigan. But I've been here for 18 years. Going on 19 actually. Here in Minnesota. This is Minnesota. I'm up in Minnesota. So football wise, I think are very much in play, especially with Hutch going down. That could be. Isn't a big game with the Vikings and Lions coming up. Let's see. I got the schedule for next week. Let's see. Who the Vikings got? Yeah. The Vikings and Lions going to be a big game, and it's here. And normally that game, because I saw them play last year here, so I don't know if we're going to get to go or get tickets. We got some friends, and if they're back, maybe we're going to cut into them to see if we can go see the Vikings and Lions play two undefeated teams. So, Jeff Collins, his name. Yeah, this is sweet. These are acid blondies. You know, you talking about inflation. These ain't really went up. Beer has went up, but not these. These went from, I think when I first started buying, they were $5.35. Now they're like $5.79. So plus taxes, so like six something. Uh, his name was Jeff Collins. Why is it especially Hutch going down? Who's Jeff Collins? Doug Collins went in the Hall of Fame though. Yeah, Doug Collins, and I guess as an announcer, but not as a player. I don't think Doug Collins should have made the Hall of Fame as a player. He hurt his knee, and after he hurt his knee, he wasn't the same player. So I think it's Doug Collins that's going to the Hall of Fame, or at least one of the final picks for the Hall of Fame. Yeah, no, the dude from the NFL Network, the guy from the NFL Network has got all the picks. 5 out of the last 6 years, he's got to pick, and he picked a three-peat. He picked a three-peat for the Chiefs. So that's what he picked. I'm not sure. The Lions only lost one, but they keep looking strong this season. Well, losing Hutchinson is gonna make a difference, but the linebackers, the DBs are strong. That's one thing I like about their coach. He got good DBs in there. The DBs are strong. The safety, we know their linebackers. They just got, well, the one number 32, I don't even think he's back. I think he's still hurt. But them other DBs look pretty decent today, you know. Again, wasn't a lot of pass interference called that, you know how sometimes they be doing it. Just like we saw with Ohio State game. They did that bogus pass interference. So we'll see. Jeff Collins, younger brother of NBA great Doug Collins. Okay. But he didn't make the Hall of Fame. Doug Collins is the one that made the Hall of Fame, not Jeff. Or is that somebody you know? Lions might make a trade tomorrow. Yeah, well, they're going to need it. They're going to need it. Bring another edge rusher. I'm going to tell you one person that looked like he wanted to cry was Zimmerman. Did y'all see Zimmerman that used to be the Vikings coach? You see him on the sideline, his defense getting torched. 32 had 2 picks today. Oh, okay. 2 picks. Yeah, I only lost 3 today. I did well. I was 10-3. So for the year, I'm 58-30 for the year so far, and that's with tomorrow coming. Thing I saw about the Chiefs winning in 2 years, but I heard them talking 3-peat right after the Super Bowl. Yeah, and that's what the guy from US Network that's got the last 5 out of 6 years, that's what he said. He said he saw the Chiefs 3-peating. Well, the way they let them hold, I mean, it's no, when they play, there's no wrong. You know, they never hold. The Ravens' first game, they kept penalizing them for being back too far. How many times did they penalize the Chiefs? And, you know, the tackles, almost every team, they let the tackles jump early anyway. And they call it on other teams. They don't tend to call that on the Vikings. Yeah, it's 3-peat. Yeah, they did say that. I would love to see Steph Curry make it to the Hall of Fame. Yeah, he's gonna make it. He's definitely gonna make it. I gotta find it and send it to you. Okay, bet. Yeah, Steph is gonna make it. You know, my thing is basket manipulation. And it's funny, I saw the dude's video that copied all my work word for word, which, you know, I ain't hating on it, but it was funny because it was done 4 years ago. And because I'm not a good editor, he did the edited work, but it was all my work. Basket manipulation, basket manipulation. I can't get my words out. Manipulation, basket manipulation. and grip gloves and magnets, you know. And it's funny how like I made that catch on Lamb today, and Lamb, you know, it was obvious it was a grip glove catch. They didn't let that get in the rotation, but I make these bullshit Saturday Night Live videos, and then all of a sudden they're in rotations. I do the baseball video, all of a sudden it's in the rotation. So you see how they do it. Do I think? No. I mean, I think like Steph's career is not believable those first couple years. Like the years he dominated, I mean, if you looked at the way they scripted it where they blew teams out. Like his MVP years, games was over at halftime. I bet his MVP winning years, I bet almost 50% of those games was over in the first quarter. Remember how they was doing it? They was scripted it from him. And, he was throwing it from the other side of the court, half court, turning around. So I think he's more manipulated because, again, the only thing that makes him great was his shooting. And we know that the shooting has been manipulated since, what was the first game I found? 64. They've been able to manipulate the basket since 64. So, at least LeBron goes to the basket, get rebounds. Steph is not a good defender by any means. I mean, one thing that they did is every time when LeBron and them played him, they had whoever they was switching for. So Steph had to guard somebody that was scoring on him. He's not a good defender. And I think he also suffered a little bit from a poor choice of shoes, like Lonzo Ball. Poor choice of shoes has ruined the older ball boy. Poor choice of shoes has fucked up his career. And I think Steph suffered from that a little bit because I remember the first time I bought some Under Armours, it was an all plastic shoe. It wasn't that much better than the Marbury shoes. Stephen Barry's, it wasn't that much better than them shoes. Remember Ben Wallace was pushing them shoes too? Those shoes wasn't the first Under Armours, they was just as plasticky as the Ben and Stephen Barry's or whatever it was called. So you going with the Yankees? Okay. You're a blue cheese fan. You going with the Yankees? I'm kind of a Yankees fan too. I used to dig Mickey Mantle, and I've been a Yankees fan since Mickey Mantle. Wingstop or Buffalo Wings. It's funny. I saw some girls. They built a new Wingstop by where we go. We go to a place called Crooked Pint. But one night we were going to pick up our order from Wingstop, and there was some young little girls there sitting down. They're not young girls; they was probably older teenagers. But I was like, that's where they hang out. The young girls hang out there to get with the brothers who come and get the chicken. I was like, they sit out front waiting for brothers because they know brothers gonna come get the chicken. I think Wingstop better. I like Wingstop better. I don't mind Buffalo Wild Wings, but I like Buffalo Wild Wings has a lot of the beers. Wingstop usually be smaller places. So if I want to go out, it's Buffalo Wild Wings. I just like barbecue. Because Panda Express has a bourbon barbecue. I love that. I just get that noodles. I've been killing that. So just barbecue, whatever kind. There's some type of I like the barbecue rub. I like sweet barbecue. I like hot barbecue. I like medium barbecue. And I like dripping wet barbecue. Those is my top 5. It's just barbecue. Give me just barbecue. That's what I love. It's just barbecue. Oh, that's the only kind I really like. My daughter, I really don't eat ketchup. We don't really eat ketchup. We just eat barbecue sauce. So my daughter puts barbecue sauce on her fries, and definitely barbecue sauce on chicken nuggets. But that's my daughter. My family, that's what they was raised on. I was one of the first. When they stopped, the only barbecue at one time you could get was open pit. And I don't know if a lot of y'all noticed, if you got open pit in the 60s and 70s, it was base. It wasn't sweet like barbecue sauce tastes today. Open pit used to be a base that you added stuff to. It don't taste the way it used to. It used to be just a barbecue base. So it was more runny. It wasn't thick. It was more runny. So people would add, brown sugar, little vinegar, whatever you put in there. I don't like it vinegary like North Carolina barbecue. So... my top 5 flavors of barbecue: atomic, lemon pepper, mango, habanero, and classic hot. I tell you what, the first time I went to Buffalo Wild Wings, I was talking shit to my friends, and I got the hottest shit they had. Man, I was in the bathroom. You can get them tall beers. I told them to give me a tall glass of ice, and I was just putting that ice in my mouth. That shit had me. You put ketchup on your fries. Well, and something I've always gave credit to my ex-wife is fry sauce. You know, because when I was living in Battle Creek was the first place that I ever was like, my ex-wife was the first person I ever knew that constantly got fry sauce, and that's mayonnaise and ketchup. And so at first she would get them to mix it, and in a couple years we'd go, she's like fry sauce, and it was like everybody called mayonnaise and ketchup fry sauce. But my ex-wife in the early 2000, early 90, in the 90s, my ex-wife in the 90s, she was the first one I ever saw get that. Was fry sauce. So she likes this. She probably still eats it like that. And all her family ate it like that too. So as I mentioned, so it was so bad in Battle Creek that everybody just, they'd ask for fry sauce. And that's just ketchup and mayonnaise. I don't even know if you get packs, but if you ask for fry sauce, that's what they give you, ketchup and mayonnaise. But I give her props for inventing it because she was the first one I ever knew that would ask for it. I don't even know who this is. Veteran Entertainment. Oh, and I'm fasting this weekend. This week I'm fasting. I ate today is I drank coffee. I ate a couple pieces of chocolate and cashews, and that's it. I didn't eat anything else. Some chick named Arlene Winnick. She died at 77. What did she do? Yeah, she was a background person. She died today. I'll show y'all her. She was more of a background person. In the morbid news, Arlene Winnick, veteran entertainment publicist. So, did she die today? She died on the 1st, but they just publicized it today. You see how they do it? How they want the numbers to match up? Fasting is where you don't eat. That's what fasting is where you don't eat. They said Puffy's going on a hunger strike. The food is so bad. But yeah, that's what fasting is where you just basically drink and you don't eat. Some people don't eat anything solid, but I'm still going to eat chocolate every day. Dark chocolate, at least 72% or greater. I can't get I only like Gondelli. I think that's how you say it. I only like them because they supposedly have the less lead. Lint has more lead supposedly in it. And it's like lead gets into the soil and then it grows through the fruit. So they say, but a lot of people finding that dark chocolate has a lot of health benefits. So, and it's like when I was a child, I always liked the Hershey's dark chocolate. Now, when I eat the Hershey's dark chocolate, it doesn't even taste chocolate. It tastes too much like I don't like American chocolate. It's too sweet. Dark chocolate. Milk chocolate. I don't like milk chocolate at all. Mayo, ketchup, and Worcestershire sauce makes that sauce Kane provides. Yeah, that's what I hated about Cane's the first time I went. I was like, give me some barbecue sauce. It's like, we have Cane sauce. Like Cane sauce. Now I'll say this, Cane's makes the best unsweetened tea. Cane's unsweetened tea even their sweet tea is good. I think they got the best tea. And it's pretty cheap. You can get a gallon pretty cheap at Cane's. So some CL died. I think he was mountain climbing. Damn. That's a stupid way to die. Cane's. I like Raising Cane's. Cane's is better. Their chicken tastes better to me. Even though all they make is fingers. Cane's only makes fingers. So you love the jalapenos. Okay. So I think Raising Cane's. Now KFC just went back to selling wings again. Their sandwich, they had their chicken sandwich with bacon on it and cheese was pretty good for a while. Cane's lemonade too. Yeah, they got good lemonade. Yeah, because when you sit in there, you can drink all the fucking lemonade you want. So what did he say? CEO died. Let's see if that gets anything. God damn. Here's this motherfucker. How you fucking mountain climbing? Fabio Longo, 62-year-old CEO of Audi, Italy, tragically lost his life in a mountain climbing accident. Wow. Damn, what the fuck you mountain climbing for? 200-foot fall. God damn. This motherfucker fell off the mountain. Damn. Wow. This is a way. Now you could tell it wasn't going to be a brother. Brothers don't mountain climb. What does he say? A father of four died after he plunged 200 feet in Utah's. Oh, he died in America 3 days before his birthday. He was only 40. Exeter when 3 other climbers when he suddenly fell to his death. Wow. And his group had been following their itinerary through the long physical demanding canyon when he fell to his death. Damn. Search and rescue team rushed to the scene to provide, 200 feet, you done. He probably splatted. Thoughts and deepest symphonies. Yeah, this is not a way to die. He got some fake hair up there. This is not a way to die, y'all. You do not die climbing a damn mountain. Oh, here you go. Oh, so he lives in America. Okay. Chiefs and his family. So, wow. This is not, if you spend time around him, Optimus, wow. So this motherfucker fell from the top of it. Isn't this the Matterhorn? Zion National Park. Wow. 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 Damn, this is talking about it. See if I can skip the ad. National Park, man, after falling nearly 200 feet, cantering. Wow. Some important safety tips, too. Let's see if they show some of it. Damn. Tragically fell to his death while rappelling one of the most dangerous routes. Despite being part of a group, the terrain proved challenging. No shit. Look at that shit behind him. Needs to be able to climb out of the potholes. Everyone needs to be able to handle the rappels. Some pretty exposed anchor stations on their own. It's not a place for beginners. The accident occurred around 6 when the park dispatch received a call that a man had fallen approximately multiple injuries. Sadly, the man was pronounced dead, before he could be airlifted. Due to the dangerous conditions, search and rescue operations. So just think how high that is. And this motherfucker, timber. Wow. You ain't got to worry about, you knew, like, when people put, what person is it? Is this brother, European cat? That, you knew it wasn't no brother up in there climbing, mountain climbing. I'm sorry for his family, but goddamn, I mean, there's ways not to die. There's ways, and that's one way to stay the fuck off a mountain. Oh, you ain't got to worry about me. If they say I died on a mountain, they some lying motherfuckers. Oh, wow. They wanted that life insurance. I wouldn't. Hey, Jimmy. I think that's Jimmy.
Got to have vision.
That's what it says. Wow. They want that life. Probably do. They threw his ass down the mountain along with that much money going like that. Unless them people's got something to do with it. That could be too. KFC has a good deep fried turkey next month. Okay. I ain't hip to that. I ain't tried that before. I don't really like turkey though. Like that. Not really. But yeah, they will be having it. Scott Peterson, you got to be kidding me. No, he ain't getting out. Oh. It's a trip when they be trying to show dinosaurs and shit, and we know. You should know that is all bullshit. Dinosaurs is bullshit. No goddamn dinosaurs. Now, what they might have had is Placidians that lost the war. And that might be what bones you find when they lost the war. Again, if you check out Jupiter's Rising, you see that the dinosaurs is subservient to the European-looking folks that eat people. If you remember that, that's where the Jupiter was rising. Remember you got the dinosaur head with the wings. Remember they had lost. So some say the Placidians lost the war. I had some good fried turkey, Unc. The only way I eat it now. Yeah, I like it, when you put it in the air fryer or put it in the deep fryer and cook it like that. I think I told the story before where one of my brother-in-laws, he had a frozen turkey and he was talking about he was going to put that frozen turkey in the fryer. And I told him, hell no, don't put that thing in there. And he put that thing in there, and after about a minute, that motherfucker shot out the goddamn, out the fryer, shot up in the air and then fell down and fell apart. That shit was funny to watch, though. He put that cold turkey and he hit that water, woof, like a cannon, shot that shit in the air. It's like, watch out, boom. Because I was telling him, I was like, how can you shoot it up if it's frozen? Because, you're supposed to, when you deep fry one of them turkeys, you're supposed to shoot it up so it has the flavor. It was so frozen, he was trying to shoot it up while it was frozen. I'm like, I think you're supposed to let it fall, buddy. But I told him, don't put that motherfucker in there. And he put it in, that shit shot up. It's kind of funny. It was kind of funny. I like when you say, God damn, it's so funny. I marinated, seasoned up, and then boom. Yeah, you just, you get the syringe and you shoot them up. You just shoot that shit up and yeah, it has that flavor in it. And it's like if you get turkey legs and you bake them, you can season the hell out of turkey legs and bake them. Like here at the fair, they put the turkey legs on a stick and shit. And they season them up. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was trying to tell him because he was trying to shoot it up because I told him everything to buy and stuff. So he bought it, but he was trying to shoot it when it was frozen. I'm like, that shit ain't gonna go in there, man. It's frozen. I'm like, man, you should have froze this or thawed this the last couple of days. He's like, oh, they told me, my friends told me just do it like this. And I'm like, okay, you can stick that motherfucker in there. And I backed up. He's like, why you backing up? I said, you better back up too. And that shit shot in front of his face. You should try cinnamon streusel muffins. They're good. Ooh. He was definitely Russian. I'm going to tell you, I was at Perkins, and Perkins makes the best chocolate chip muffins. But chocolate chip muffins have about 33 grams of sugar. So imagine, like, this is what you got to understand when you're eating something sweet. 30 grams of sugar is something like eating this much sugar. Like the average candy bar has about 20 grams, which is about filling the bottom of this bottle up. And that's as you get older, you just, your system doesn't handle that sugar as well. But 30 some grams for that muffin, it ain't worth it. And like if I eat, like I'll eat a couple pieces of it, but I can feel what it does. I don't consume like the 2 pieces of chocolate I eat in the morning is 7 grams a piece. Now, if I get to 86%, I can eat 3 pieces because it's only 6 grams for 3 pieces. So it's only like 1.5 grams of sugar. So as you get older, it's just sugar destroys your kidneys. So that's just a fact. Sugar destroys your kidneys. And as you get older, you just got to be more sensible. I was looking back like at my videos 5 or 6 years ago. It's just funny how, like I look at how I look just like this channel's only been on since 20. My other channel I started in 14. So it went 14 to 20. But I was just looking at how I looked 4 years ago. And I look, much older than I even looked 4 years ago, so. Don't believe what bullshit you friends tell me because they don't know jack shit. Don't believe what, yeah, exactly. You can't listen. I tried to tell him, I said, this is what you get, this is what you get, this is what you get. He's like, my friend said that you can just shoot it up frozen and then put it in there. I was like, I started backing up. I said, you better back up too. I said, don't stand over it. Foof, shot that motherfucker in there. It was funny when it fell though, because it like kind of exploded when it hit the ground, even though frozen. But yeah, and we had brought a whole bunch of food, but yeah, that turkey was, we ended up cooking it later. He unthawed some because like where we had Thanksgiving that year was on a cattle farm. They slaughtered cows, And so we had plenty of food. We just didn't have turkey. Because I think I was telling you the story before. We pull up at my brother-in-law's house, and as they get out the car, I'm hearing this ping, 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 ping. I'm just like, what the fuck is that? I'm looking around because I'm hearing shots go. And then I heard somebody laugh, and I looked up. My brother-in-law's father-in-law, who he really looked like I've told this story many times. He looked like a tall, not even an elf. An elf ain't right. What is that other thing he looked like? Oh man, I can't. I mean, I can't even describe what he looked like. Not really an elf, but a taller like elf. But he was the funny looking dude that always stank. And what was funny is my brother-in-law's wife's mother. This chick had cancer, but this chick was fine. Like when I saw her, she was fine. And I'm looking at him and I'm looking at her like, however, he had to always stink. But anyway, I'm hearing him laugh and stuff. So I go up in the barn and go upstairs, and he was shooting, because he had it's a big barn, about 300 cows in there. And the cows have the eating troughs. And what he was doing, he was shooting the birds that was eating the food. So I sat up there with his stinky ass for about an hour just shooting birds. That shit was fun, fucking them birds up. Because, the birds come down and get the feed, and you can just shoot the shit out of them with little 22s. And 22, you can shoot pretty accurate. It's just boom, fucking the birds up. Oh yeah, he smelled. Hey, brother Sean, what's happening?
Got to have vision.
But yeah, oh yeah, he was a smelling little not even the troll under the bridge. I don't know, because he was only about 5'6", skinny, long beard, long shaggy hair, and I swear he must only had one thing of clothes, because every time I saw him, he had on the same thing and he smelled the same way. And how did it go? How did it go? He had the house, and in the house was only one easy chair. His wife lived in the camper, parked outside and plugged into the house. So he lived in the house with one easy chair. His wife lived in the Winnebago outside, a big ass 3. That camper probably slept 6 or 7, and that's the agreement they made. And I was like, man, how did you ever get with him? He looked like a cartoon character, like a troll, something like that. Yes, was crazy friends. Yeah, that old man was funny though. He was a funny old man. He was cool though, he was cool. But he was funny looking, and he smelled all the time. That's why I be around. You be around people, and you look at a fine woman, and she's with this stinky old guy, and it's like, can you imagine when they in bed together? Do you make his ass take a shower, or do you say, it's okay, darling, I don't care? I'll be like, like. You get with a chick and the chick pull her panties down and the shit smell like fish. Do you just go for it, or do you be like, no, I can't do it today, hun. No, that you got to get that fish smell up out of there. Or do you just put the condom on and plow it and say, well, go get checked? I couldn't do it. Sometimes that fishy smell be too goddamn much. Oh yeah, and the chick had cancer. I don't know if she's still alive. She had cancer at one time, but she still had all her hair and everything. So I have been around friends who have so much. Oh yeah, I don't play that. Yeah, I can't stand stank either. Like it'd be like I told a story. My roommate's feet. We came back from Christmas break, and his feet stank so bad that I had to sleep with incense. And I made him keep his shoes outside. And what's so funny is all my friends, all our teammates was getting on him. It's like, what is that smell? I'm like, them Dick feet, because his name was Dickerson, so everybody called him Dick. And his feet smelled sour. And back then we was all wearing cowboy boots because come from Michigan, that was that cowboy thing. And that nigga's, oh my goodness, his feet smelled so bad. And I made him keep his shoes outside. I'm like, hell no, put that shit outside. And I'm like, man, I can't even have any chicks come over. Your feet smell so bad. So eventually he got rid of all the stinky shoes and got him some foot spray. But your audience, kind of, sort of. Yeah, kind of, sort of. Oh yeah. Oh man, I'll never forget how sour they smelled. And people like we started going to other people's rooms because it's like, man. And I mean, I literally had to have burnt incense burning all the time in my room. All the time. That's how bad Dick's feet smelled back then. And then he ended up, and this is his whole story is he was from Detroit. He averaged in high school, he averaged 48 yards per punt, and that's with the roll. He was given the starting punting job from day one, and he couldn't punt. I mean, the dude wasn't even punting 20 yards. And then he got a blister on his foot. So it's another friend of mine, teammate was called Peanut that ended up being an actor and being in movies and shit. But Peanut was wouldn't even made the team, but Peanut could punt at least 30 yards. Dick couldn't even punt 30 yards. So I bet Peanut when he punted was only like 38 yards a game. But he became the punter because he could punt at least 30 yards. Dick couldn't, every time he was shanking. Can you imagine that? Full ride scholarship. All you got to do is punt. This nigga couldn't punt. Like from day one, he couldn't punt. Like, they put the punt team out there just to practice. This nigga shanking left, shanking right, 5, 10-yard punts. He couldn't punt worth a damn. Well, y'all, I'm going to call it. I'm only going to do a short stream. This hour and a half is more than enough. I will be back on Wednesday to make the picks for the week. I could do them right now, but I'll wait till Wednesday to come back. I'll say this as I close in. Don't get tied up in this voting. This voting stuff is about to be over. Getting in arguments. There's no right or wrong. It's the same coin. It's just two sides of the same coin. That's all we facing right now. As I said before, we're facing fascism. Fascism is what rules our government. So the Nazis never lost. They went through the motions like they lost, but we run a fascist system. And when 3 companies own almost everything, that's definitely fascism because they own almost everything. And so doesn't matter which one's getting in, that ain't going to change. And that's one thing about capitalism. Let me see. It was some shit. Let me see. It was some shit. Let me find this. Let me see. I might play a little bit of this. Let's go into. Let's see if I can find it. Now, this was just not a short. This was not shorts. Okay, let's see if I can find this. Tropical. No. This ain't my shit. Oh, maybe it is. Here, I'm going to play a little bit of this. I don't know if I'll get hit for this, but I'll play a little bit of it.
What about for me? I've been terrorized all my day.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to play a little bit of this.
All
Apollo, Blackstone, the Carlyle Group, Kohlberg, Kravis, Roberts. These equity firms buy up and plunder businesses, piling on debt, refusing to reinvest, slashing staff, and often driving companies into bankruptcy. The object is not to sustain businesses, but to harvest them for assets to make a short-term profit. Those who run these firms, such as Leon Black, Henry Kravis, Stephen Schwartzman, and David Rubenstein, have amassed personal fortunes in the billions of dollars. The wreckage they orchestrate is taken out on workers who lose jobs or see salaries and benefits slashed, taken out on pension funds that are depleted because of usurious fees or abolished, and on our health and safety. Residents.
All right, I don't know if I'll get hit for playing their shit. If I don't got hit. But so what these companies do is like I think a little bit of we saw Long John Silver's Red Lobster. So what they'll do is they'll go in and they'll buy Red Lobster. or they'll buy them all, or they'll buy a business. Like he was saying, what they did is they bought this nursing home, the whole business of that particular business. So they bought this nursing home, and what they did is when they bought it, they sold the land. So you see, they own the business, and the business owned the land at the time. They owned the whole building and the land. So what they did is they sold the land out under the business. All right. So now the business has extra money that they got to pay because they got to rent the place that they owned before these new owners bought it. And so that's why we see them destroying companies, destroying jobs, destroying people's pensions. And this is the dirty part of what capitalist system is. They let them go in and ruin these businesses, and the money they invest, they give that business debt. And then a lot of times they make their money back. So the investment they put in, they get back for ruining the business. Now you say, well, it's America, and there should be some kind of federal, something federal to stop them from ruining businesses like this. But this is called the Chris Hedges report. If you want to get into a little more, it's quite interesting the way they destroy a lot of businesses, how they go about it. So if that's of interest to you, again, it's the Chris Hedges report. Hope they don't hit me for it, but you never know. So that's why I'm not going to play. If I don't get a hit, I'll play it next time I come on. Well, this has been the Chocolate Mountain Show. I am your host, Big Pontiac.